Hey, what is up guys? We are here with hashtag 47. As always, I am your host Jace, and I want to start this with an apology. Now, recently we've been doing a bit of fundraising in my family, just to help another family, and this weekend has just been such a hectic one. I don't think there's going to be much of an edit. So those that listen to us audibly, you're fine. Nothing will affect you. But those on YouTube, there's not really much going on the screen. So just, kick back, don't look at the screen, just chill and melt away to the sounds of our smooth, sexy voices. I say our because, as you should know, I'm joined by my good friend Squeak. How are you, mate?
I'm really good.
Oh, I thought you were going to give a smooth voice. I thought you were going to be like, chocolate.
I wasn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, do you want me to be?
No, it's good. What are you going to say?
How you doing?
That's it. I like that.
You can't really do a smooth voice with my voice. It's like fucking.
That was pretty smooth.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Well, I was going to say your entrance was a bit nails on a chalkboard, but then your smooth voice was quite smooth.
You know what they should do? We should start all over again, and then we should be like, yo, put us on in the car, just fall asleep to our voices and that, because we're so smooth and shit.
You're trying to kill people.
No.
You're definitely trying to kill people.
No, I'm not.
Tell them to drive the car and fall asleep.
No. Don't tell them to fall asleep. They will just naturally fall asleep to our, mellowness.
Hello, welcome to the cool side of the pillow.
Our voices will be each hand massaging. Yours can be the left and mine the right.
Okay. My left hand, I don't know.
My left hand's my weaker hand, so...
It's not so much the strength, it's the coordination.
I feel I've pretty much just told everyone that I wank with my right hand.
Now you have, yeah.
You know, because it's like...
Before we delve deeper into this rabbit hole, how's your week been?
It's been quite alright. I've not really done much because I've been on that course and stuff, but that's a different thing. In the sense of gaming... Mm-hmm. I've been on Juice X. No, it's not Juice X. It's Deus X. Because I don't know where I've got Juice X from, but yeah.
Well, what's the same?
Sounds like I'm saying Juice X. But yeah, it's the story is pretty good. The actual this game has made me realize that I need to upgrade my PC.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it is running like a bitch. I'm literally playing it on low. I'm playing it it looks well, no, I won't go as bad as that, but I was gonna say Half-Life 2 back in the day, you know that?
Okay, yeah.
That kind of look. But it's not that bad, to be fair. Everything's on low. It runs smooth. But yeah, it seems like it needs a lot of power to actually get it going. Nice.
Okay.
But the story itself is pretty good. I like it.
Okay.
I actually like the game. But then I'm a fan of games like this because ooh, I'm a secret agent. Watch me as I go around and taser civilians because I'm a cunt.
The thing that's good is that makes it enjoyable is that because it's a single player, they put so much into the gameplay.
Yeah,
they've always been quite deep with their stories, and just the kind of sandboxy elements to it. They do quite well.
I wouldn't quite give it the levels of Skyrim or how you have all the books and stuff. But you check out people's emails and pretty much pry on people's lives and stuff and what they're doing, and just be nosy, generally nosy on the game. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's just about basically there's been a divide. I think I kind of explained it last time. Divide between the people, augmented people who essentially are basically just people with prosthetic limbs. but like because they're robotic, they went a bit nuts. But they're now being
When you
treated
say a bit
as...
nuts, do you mean like power hungry, or they had mental breakdowns?
Oh, they went mad. I forget what the actual story says, but they killed like 15 million people on the planet
Okay.
because essentially they just went berserk and just started killing people because of this like virus thing that was set off.
Oh,
But
shit. Didn't know.
so sort of the sort of fear is justified in a way,
Yeah.
but they're treated almost. I don't want to say like the Jews with the Nazis because that's a bit far, but it is sort of on the whole segregation sort of in a ghetto sort of levels. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Okay. That's
but
fair
it's
enough.
good. It's interesting.
Okay.
Like trying to find out terrorist and Illuminati plots, stuff like that.
Yeah. Hmm. Fair enough. I think like I haven't really played any Pokemon Uranium. Like I said, I've been busy with like other things, uh, helping out Nixon, her friends, family and stuff. But like people might notice that this weekend there wasn't anything from Pokemon Uranium uploaded onto YouTube. This was mainly because I kind of felt the first few episodes were cool. It was something new. It was something great. But then I just feel like after the first couple of episodes, I swear we had like one that only had like say 3 views, one that had like 9 views, and it just kind of felt like okay, that's fine. There was a thing about this series that people enjoyed. So the one about the wonder trading on the Tandor network, quite a few people watched that one. Um, but I think that yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break from that and try and figure out something else that I can play. Just have a bit of an enjoyable series to it. I feel like I can go back to Pokemon at any stage.
Yeah, I
Um,
think the thing with Pokemon is it's pretty much played one you've sort of...
yeah, you've played quite a few. The thing that's really good. I don't know if you've seen any of the Nuzlocke playthroughs.
No.
But they're so people have made. I'm not sure if it's like modded versions of the ROMs or if it's a trainer you get or what. I haven't tried to play one yet. But what a Nuzlocke does is it randomizes certain things within the game. So you can have it where a typical Nuzlocke starts off where you randomize all Pokemon. So when you get your starters at the beginning, you'll have 3 random Pokemon at the beginning. So depending on what generation you got is how big the pool of Pokemon is. But you could end up getting like legendary Pokemon from the get-go. They'll be
Okay,
like
yeah,
level 5,
but they'll
but
still be...
yeah. One of the things I saw, the guy, I can't remember how exactly you spell it, but Tyrannatox, I believe his name is on YouTube, and the way that he had it as well is that if he had a Pokemon that evolves, then the randomizer will evolve it into a next random Pokemon. So if he caught a Pidgey and just played with it for long enough that it evolved, then it could become anything after that. It could become Mewtwo.
Okay.
And it just kind of adds that element to the game where you don't know what you're going to get. The rules tend to be that if a Pokemon faints, then that's it. It's dead. You're not allowed. You have to release it. You're not allowed to take it to a Pokemon Center and heal it. So in essence, if you're in like a really tough battle and you can't get out of that battle, and somebody knocks out all
You
6
could...
Pokemon,
Yeah,
the
you've
run's
lost them
done.
all.
The
Oh,
run's done.
wow.
Like you've died in essence, and then you have to start again. So it's quite
Iron
funny
Man mode.
because Tyrannatox played one and I think he had a Tyranitar. I don't know how well you know the Pokemon, but Tyranitar generally is pretty awesome. And then he went through these set of bushes, fought a random Pokemon, and then he saw one of the legendary dogs from the Gold and Silver series from Gen 3, and then they just killed him basically, and it was like, okay, two episodes in and I have to start again sort of thing. And it's just quite joke watching how those elements happen. So, if I might do those in the future if people are interested. But I think I'm gonna try and do a stream for a few hours every Saturday because that was quite cool.
Yeah.
I was playing a few SNES games, and if more people get involved, then I'll be able to say, okay, Garrett, what game do you want to see me play, and kind of go that way. Because I just thought it was quite chilled. We were just listening to music and just having a chat, and yeah, it's quite cool. So, from noon on Saturday, GMT, catch us at twitch.tv/UWatt. And, it'll be me playing the games, but you'll get to hear Squeak's smooth white chocolate voice too.
Smooth.
Cool. So getting into a bit of the news that I saw this week. Remember that game that I played, not last time we came down, the time before, that free-to-play Ghost Recon game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like Ubisoft is deciding to close this free-to-play game. The in-game shop will remain available from now until shutdown. but you can no longer buy the coins. Ubisoft has said that the online game wasn't as successful as it had hoped for, and decided to close the game in order to focus on other projects. And it just kind of, yeah, it's just one of those things where I kind of stumbled across it and didn't really hear about it until I stumbled across it, so I kind of wonder if that's part of the problem.
What, like marketing?
Yeah, because I feel like with that game, it would have been a game that possibly would have done really well on console if they put it on PlayStation free-to-play or Xbox on free-to-play.
Yeah.
I don't see why it, there's some things that start off on PC and then come to console. So like Neverwinter, World of Tanks, those kind of games were big on the PC and then moved over. But
I think the thing is, I was going to say, if you look at World of Tanks, on the PR side of things, they are pretty. This is I think, like, they have 3 different games, but this is like their main, like, focus. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of those where they are pretty big on marketing and selling it, and I think that's probably where they went wrong, like with the free to play Ghost Recon thing.
That's the thing. The thing that game had going for it is that Ghost Recon is already an established brand on consoles.
Yeah.
So if they went, boom, here it is, kind of thing, try this out, guys, I reckon that it would have got quite a large reception because, with PC games, I feel like the pool of game types are so much more varied, whereas it kind of feels like on console, you're either shooting stuff, driving stuff, and that's pretty much the main thing that we get in those games.
Or sports.
Yeah, or sports.
Yeah.
And I just kind of feel, whereas on, there is real-time strategy on consoles, but if you want to play those are often better on a PC.
Mouse and keyboard, isn't it? Yeah.
Whereas I feel like that Ghost Recon game, it wasn't like there was like loads of abilities and you needed your 1 to 4 and, 1 to 9 or whatever to switch through stuff. It would have played just fine on console.
I think if you look at Ghost Recon though, I think over the years they've slowly, probably, more than likely started losing their fan base, because if you think they started out as like simulation.
Yeah.
And then they went to sort of third person, sort of like still sort of hardcore, like one bullet can kill you or put you down sort of thing. And then they sort of lost that. And they went more casual, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they should have stuck with what they was good at, because they sort of just got lost in the rest of the third person shooters.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they went wrong. If I want to play a third person shooter, as much as I don't like Gears, I'll play Gears.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I hear what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, what was the other one that was quite fun? The first one, Army of Two. That was a third person one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
First one. Second one, I didn't
where
like
you
the second
go
one.
back to back in that. There was they put you in some pretty good scenes like that.
It was a really good bro game.
Yeah.
It was all about the bromance and the bro-relationships and the brovado.
Bromosexuals.
Yeah. Bromantic.
All the fist bumping.
So I felt, with the Ghost Recon kind of being closed down, I did feel, granted I didn't play it that much because I don't play many games on my PC, but I do feel like that game being shut down is a bit of a loss. And then I also noticed that there was another game that was hoping to become free to play that's been shut down. So it was only free to play in Russia originally, and it just seems like somebody from Microsoft failed to take this. So this is a quote from Fogamer. I'm not sure how you say it, I do apologise. But basically, on a Russian social media site, and one of the people involved in it said, over the past 6 months, our colleagues from Microsoft failed to take decisions on the future of a certain project. Now we know only one thing: the current form of the game will not be released. Now, what this is in reference to is Halo Online. They were trying to create a free-to-play Halo game. And I kind of question, with this, I just felt like, okay, this game's not going to come out, but is it a loss for us as gamers? Because I just feel like since Halo 4, it's just...
Yeah, it's been a bit downhill, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I think a lot of games are getting a bit like that, where they've had their peak and hit it, and then they've just gradually started going on the downslope.
That's the thing, because when you look at something like Destiny, Destiny's been going from strength to strength, and it's made by quite a lot of the team that were behind Halo, but they've got this new project and they've managed to turn it into something. And how many years has the game been out, and they've got expansion upon expansion coming that really adds quite a lot to people's gameplay.
Yeah, I think there are expansions as well. I don't know if I'd go as far to say as it's almost like getting a new game, but because I've not personally played it. But it's like when Hadi speaks about Destiny and stuff, he sounds really into it. Like it's fucking
like they've done enough to kind of bring
keep
back
him
what it was.
interested in that. Yeah.
Because when I was watching Ellis play the Lich King or whatever it was called, like watching him do the raid, it was like, yo, this looks mad. Like it's not like, oh, this looks like this level just put into a different place. Like this is something completely different, And it kind of adds to that. Whereas I feel like if with them, I feel if they were gonna make a free-to-play game, and because with free-to-play game they come with microtransactions and you kind of milk it as much as you can, they'd be better off making a Destiny free-to-play game. Like if Destiny 2 say was free-to-play and they added more of an MMO feature to areas, and I think that would make more sense to make a free-to-play rather than trying to make Halo a free-to-play game, because I guess Halo would just end up kind of like Ghost Recon was, just kind of like an arena fighter But again, with Halo, there's not really much. The format of fighting is that you, like, in the matches, you only had a few guns. It was quite a limited arsenal. At least with Ghost Recon, you can change your guns and add your attachments and change the way you look and stuff. Whereas on Halo, it would just be like your armor, and that's it, really. I don't know how Halo Online would have worked. A free-to-play Halo.
The thing is that it would essentially turn into a Call of Duty, isn't it? Where they'd have to make a way for them to make money, because, like you say, everything is sort of basic in the game, or a pickup around the level. So they'd have to like add skins or some sort of cosmetics to sort of make you pay for it. Because the thing is, again, World of Tanks free to play, and they have their own economy. Like you make credits, you grind out credits and XP. But then you have free XP that you accumulate just through playing and through playing tanks that you've completed.
Yeah.
And fully researched. But to get that, you have to spend gold. And the gold is your premium currency.
The thing is...
So that's where you pay your money. Along with tanks that make a premium on credits.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's where I feel like the Destiny thing would make sense when when you go to the marketplace, you can find Xur and get the limited edition weapons. Once a week, he's hidden somewhere within that building, and it's just kind of that element would make a lot more sense because of all the different varieties of weapons they have and the different stats that you can get of different weapons. Buying stuff in the shop. If they made it a free-to-play game, you do your matches to grind your currency, almost like you do now when you get the engrams. So I in my opinion, I feel like it was a bit silly. It was a bit silly that they decided to make a Halo. I feel like it was just trying to keep what was left of the brand alive.
Yeah, I just don't think it would work, because I think the thing is as well, it's like the game's got to be addictive, and I don't think first-person shooters have that now. Not to the point at where I would go, okay, I'll spend money on it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't spend money on Call of Duty because they got COD points in it and stuff like that. I wouldn't go, oh, I'm gonna buy that shit. No. Like no, because the thing is, if I want to play a first-person shooter, I can just buy the game and get the full game and not have them try to milk me.
That's quite an image.
Milk me.
The thing is like the image I have in my head is when I can't remember what the character's name was, but yeah, when Peter Griffin got milked.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't milk me like that. Wait, don't milk me anyway. Shit. Like shit.
Well, going from an uncomfortable thought to a comfortable thought, have you seen, and it's only available in Australia, and I wonder if it will become global because of how popular it's become, but Microsoft have made available Xbox onesies.
I saw something about that, and then I swear someone said, like, oh, they must be trolling people, because haven't they got, like, pockets the size for, like, your pads and stuff?
So what they've done is it comes in white or in black. It has on the left bicep, from what I can see, left bicep has a pocket that will fit your phone in. It has kind of pockets on the front, but they are enlarged pockets. One of them has a little logo for a pad, say your pad can fit here, and then the other one kind of they say you can keep your remotes in and stuff. It's it's like the perfect onesie for a lazy Sunday. But the thing that's pretty cool is they do look pretty good in the white and the black, kind of the contrasted colours. But you can even get them with your gamer tag embroidered into it.
Can I just say though, what's the fucking point?
The thing is, I think it's just a bit of marketing. I think that part of it must have come from the pun of being an Xbox One Z.
I get that, but
because that then made me think, yeah. Like, if you take other things that worked on puns, if you remember the original design for the PlayStation, was it the PlayStation 4 pad? Or was it the PlayStation 3 pad? That was like that weird sex toy boomerang? But then I thought
yeah, the PS3 pad.
So then I thought for the PlayStation 4, they could have made something called the PlayStation 4 Play. And it was like a controller dildo.
What? Like, how would that work?
Well, I'm just like it wouldn't be a control pad, but that's what the Xbox onesie is a onesie. So like the PlayStation 4 Play would be double, like it'd just be like the curved pad design. Use it as you wish. Use it as a shocker. I'm not a judge. And then I thought, okay, and then if we had like the Nintendo Wii, and it'd basically be like a She-Wii. I figured,
But if you're a guy, that's useless, like.
Well, it doesn't have to be for everybody, does it?
Unless you've got bum sick.
Fuck's sakes. Just went there. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I think it would be great if these Xbox onesies did become widely available. I think I would pick one up. I don't own a onesie.
No, do you know why I think it's shit?
Because you wouldn't be able to wear one?
Hey, I can wear whatever the hell I like. I'm sat here in nothing right now. That's a lie. I'm wearing a hoodie and jogging bottoms. So don't worry, people.
So you're basically, you're partway there. If you just sew the top to the bottom.
You know why it's shit? I don't want a fucking pocket on my shoulder for my phone. Because my phone's fucking just sat next to me. Fucking, and why have I got remotes in my fucking legs and shit? Because I just want to chill the fuck out. I don't want to lie down.
But it's the thing, like I said, it's perfect for those lazy Sundays. You're just equipped.
It's not perfect though, because you're not fucking comfy, so you can't be lazy. Because if you're lying on your fucking controller, fuck that shit.
It's for those moments. They have, because for me, this is why. Okay, so this is why it works for me, is because you've been there when I've been on Xbox and I'm there, but I'm halfway through a game, and then I have to the door knocks and I have to go to the door, and it's like, ugh. Okay, at least then I can chuck the pad in my pocket if there's delivery at the door or whatever. Because the amount of times I've walked to the door, headset's still on, because my front door is down the hall. The back wall of my living room is the hallway. So where the window is, the door's sort of next to it, if you will. So you have to kind of go out, walk down the hallway to the door. Now, if I go with stuff in my hands, and then it happens to be a delivery because Nicholas bought something from somewhere, then I have to find somewhere to put my pad and stuff. So at least I would just be able to go bang, pocket. If I had remotes, whatever, bang, pocket. It's also that thing where if I have the pockets for these things, then when I get up and do something and come back, I'm not like, shit, where's this? Shit, where's that? I've got it all. There's room for it all. So for me, it would be quite practical.
I'd rather them just give you a maid or something.
But what would be the pun?
I don't fucking know. I didn't think that far ahead. I just thought of fucking...
Because like I said, I think that's where this must have been born. It must have been a pun that made these things created. But they do look pretty decent as onesies. I wouldn't ever wear it outside, but I just feel like it'd just be a cool gift for somebody, or yeah, just perfect for those just chilled days. But yeah, so those are pretty cool. Take what you will of that. Moving on to this week's WhatsApp. I've been playing a few games, but I thought again I would rather do a WhatsApp on a usable app rather than keep the ones on games, because I play loads of games. We got games for days. Like, as people, there's so many games in the App Store that you can find any game you want wherever. So I figure I can do a game at any stage. The thing that I thought was quite relevant with this is because with this app, they're constantly coming up with new things. So it's a service for Uber. Now, Uber took off in the US and has come over to the UK. It's been in London and started to branch out into other cities. Have they got it up by you yet, Squeak?
No, because I live out in the sticks.
Okay. Okay, well, Uber's been around in Bristol for a year, just over a year. Because a few weeks ago they were giving away free rides to celebrate them being in Bristol for a year. The thing that's pretty cool is that even now, so I used it the other evening, and when I go on the app, I can see there's a lot more cars around. When we were in Newcastle a few months back, Murphy showed us it, and there were quite a few Ubers around in Newcastle, but it's cool to see that it's starting to pick up in Bristol as well. Now, one of the things that they are starting to add, because there's a bit of a thing going on between Uber and the classic taxi driver, and there are a few issues, but, they don't have to jump through as many hoops, but that's not my point. The thing that's really good is that they've started to add that you can now schedule pickups. So at the moment, you go onto the app, you sign up, you take a picture, if you will, of like your debit card, or you can use your PayPal, and it's a cashless system. You don't have to have change to be able to pay the taxi driver, worry about things like that. They know they're definitely getting paid, and you don't have to carry around loads of coins at the end of the night in order to get home. The thing that they're starting to do with these scheduled lifts is that, if you know that you need to go to the airport at 4 a.m., rather than getting up at 2, getting yourself ready, and then having to see if there's an Uber available, you can schedule it. From what they've said, you can schedule from anywhere as near as 15 minutes up to 30 days, but you can also cancel to within 5 minutes before the driver is due to get there. Which I thought was pretty handy. The app is so straightforward. When you look on it, it will show your location using your GPS. You can set your home, you can set your work address, and then those will always be stored in there. But at the same time, you can just drop the pin of where you are, or type in the address of where you are, type in the address of where you want to go. It will calculate how much the fare is, which I think is a really good thing as well, because otherwise it's always that conversation of, how much is a taxi from here to here? And then the taxi driver always goes, roughly this. And you're like, I don't know if this is what everybody charges or what.
Yeah.
Whereas with Uber, you do it. So like the last time I used it, I got I used an UberX, and it was from Ahmed. Now on the drive, Ahmed was a bit meh. So I'm going to rate my driver 3 stars.
Wait, he was a bit... Why
just like when you get in. So from the Ubers that I've used, the drivers are often quite friendly. They're quite but this guy, first of all, when we came out, he was outside in front of us. My sister's like, look, every time I get a lift, they always wait at the end of the road. I said, look, he's right there. We'll go get in. And then he drove off down the road. So I'm like waving at him from behind him, flashing the torch on my phone. He drives to the end of the road and he's just there. And then I'm trying, it says you can call him from the app, so I've pressed call. It's ringing, he's not answering. I can see him talk to some guy saying, oh, did you get the Uber? And the guy's like, no, not me. And I'm like, what the hell? So I ring him again. As I ring him, he's parked up in one of the bays. Then he answers and goes, hello? And I'm like, I'm behind you. You drove away from me. He's like, what? And I'm like, you were outside, stopped, we came out, and then you drove off. And he's like, oh, hangs up the phone on me. Starts to turn the car around. Took him 20 minutes. Bear in mind, so we were by Mum's. So the estate area just next to Mum's, it's pretty empty. He could have turned in there, but he took all day to turn the car around. Then slowly came up to us and then, hardly said anything. So I just feel, I'm rating my driver right now. So Ahmed wasn't a bad drive, but I just feel like his service was meh, so I'm going to give him 3. But this is the thing that's really great as well. So I can see next to me, there are 3 Ubers nearby to me. I can set my pickup location. It tells me how long it'll take them to get here. You can choose to have an Uber X, which is normal Uber, Uber XL, which is a bigger vehicle. The Uber Exec, I can't remember what it is. I know in London they have the Uber Black Cab. So if you want specifically to get a black cab, you can get those, which is pretty cool. And then there's like this system as well, which I'm going to try and like, take advantage of now using the podcast. But you can get free rides to people that sign up to Uber. So people that don't have an Uber, there'll be a code on the screen now, Jace043UE. If you sign up to Uber with that, then both myself and you will get a free £10 ride. Ellis used it the other day, and then I had a £10 ride, and yeah, it's just that thing where it kind of starts that chain. So more and more people kind of get Uber, and they are cheaper than taxis, which is pretty cool. According to my sister gets more taxis than I do. But yeah, I feel the app is so simple. It makes it really easy getting from A to B, and I feel like with all the ways where it's all logged, it tells you who your driver is, what car he's got, and all that kind of stuff. Especially for like with Nicola getting taxis and stuff. Yes. And I feel like this app just is the key to it. I can't really say how well it works. There's two apps. So you've got the one that we use as customers, but the drivers have another one. So when you set where you are to where you're getting to where you're going, it sends it to their phone, and they have like the navigation.
Okay.
So you can see exactly which way they have to go. They can't try to make it longer for you and try to make it cost more because you can see it like there in their car. So it just works really well, I think. And I think the app, I haven't had an issue with the app. It's really funny when Dan used Uber the other day, and we watched the driver because one of the roads there's like works going on to a building, so a road was blocked off, so the guy had to go all around the one-way system because Bristol is brilliant for that. So we had to watch the driver trying to find a way to get to Dan, and then giving it up and then going all the way around like he had to in the first place. Didn't cost Dan anymore, but was quite funny for us to watch the car do the big loop on the map. So I think with this app, I'm going to give it 7 watts out of 10.
Okay.
It's not amazing. I think the service is just a whole different thing that I can't review on. But in regards to the app, the usability and how it works, it's 7 out of 10. I think if it was, in an ideal world for people that are trying to be even more shallow, it would be great if you were able to pick your type of car as well. Because I know like in the US, people will pick you up in more lavish cars. So I know like with the exec, actually, Uber exec tends to be cars of a higher standard. So when we got our lift from Ahmed, it was a Toyota Prius.
Okay.
So I know for some people that want to kind of get that plush ride, or you can get some people, they'll get the vehicle so they get to use like the aux lead as they're driving from A to B and stuff like that. Just kind of adds to it. But I think if you're able to see the cars that people had nearby, then I guess they'd be prejudiced against certain people maybe. So they're just...
The thing is, people got to remember, like, whether they want this plush shit or not, they're still just getting a taxi.
No, definitely. But I'm just saying that in regards to trying to think of away from how I personally feel, I know that I have friends that if they could get a lift in a 5 Series BM, they would pick that over the Toyota Prius. Me, I don't care. It's not my car. It says Uber on the side.
That's what I'm saying, like.
But I know there are other people that would like to say, do you know what? Fuck it, even more. I don't know what the cost would be, but if there was somebody doing an Uber in a Lambo, I'd probably be like, do you know what? Fuck it, I'll get a Lambo once. I get that experience of being picked up in a Lambo and going from A to B. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. But I guess that's why it's a 7. If there was a few more things, then maybe. But I feel like having those additional things in regards to picking your lift might then mean that people are prejudiced against certain drivers. So.
And, you said he was because he wasn't chatty and shit. But I fucking hate chatty people, man.
Like, it would depend.
It's that awkward small talk of like, how long have you been doing this? It's like
the thing is, it all depends because I just kind of feel like we would if there's a conversation in the vehicle, and then you're more than welcome to engage in the conversation in the vehicle. Or even when I said so, we had to drop off my sister, and he just seemed really like robotic about it when I was like, she lives just around the corner from me. If you stop at this point, she can jump out and continue her journey. It doesn't make it any quicker. And he just didn't say anything at first. And then he was like, here. I was like, yeah, just here, it's fine.
Maybe he was a robot.
So, maybe. So, yeah, but like I said, that's the service thing. That's not to do with...
Mr. Roboto.
That's not anything to do with the app, so yeah. So I can't do that. But overall, the app works really well, and I think that it will kind of change the way... It means that those old-school taxi companies are going to have to step their game up. I think that somebody needs to come up with something that competes with Uber to make the service better.
It's the price of them. It's the price of taxis that fucking... Because think about it. Private cabs come about because of the likes of black cabs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the way that they went on, and now Uber's come about because of the price of private.
Yeah, but the thing as well at the same time is the reliability of the service so far. Because my sister, so Jade must have rang. I can't remember what time it was, but Jade rang and she was going to come home with me, but she sorted out a taxi because she wanted to go, and then they just didn't arrive. And by the time I was like, okay, I'm ready to go, I said to her, just cancel the taxi, say you got a lift from a friend. Called the Uber. Uber came within like 2 minutes and then we left. But she'd been waiting ages for a taxi and rang the taxi company again to say, guys, I'm still waiting. And they said, yeah, he's on his way. And I was still able to then get an Uber.
So it's just coming down the road now.
Exactly. And I just kind of feel like with that app you can see where the cars are. And
yeah,
it's great. It works quite well like that. So guys, I guess that kind of wraps up the show. Remember, you can get us on all these different various ways and mediums. You can get us on Twitter at @UWatt_. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/UWattpodcast. You can listen to us on Podomatic, uwatt.podomatic.com. We're also on iTunes if you search for UWatt, that's on there too. And then you can get us on YouTube, youtube.com/UWatt. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. It is much appreciated. And if ever you want to get at us on the email, we're on uwattmail@gmail.com. Now this is the point of the show where I wait for Squeak to pull out a corker, a bit of advice for the Whatsits, and today's advice is...
I don't know, I never think about this stuff.
I thought after the amount of weeks I've been doing it, you might start to prepare something. I was waiting for something amazing to fly out your mouth.
Hell no. Don't fall asleep at the wheel.
Okay, cool.
That's good advice.
That is very good advice. Sound advice from Squeak. And I guess that about wraps up the show. So as always, I've been Jace, he's been Squeak, and we'll see you next week.
Later.